What's up, YouTube? Listen, guys, I'm tapping in on the weekend because you already know, man, it's a time for us to relax, reflect, and rejuvenate, guys. But we got a lot to talk about because a lot went down in the stock market over the past week, guys. And let's go ahead and unpack it together and talk about some strategies you guys might want to employ moving forward, okay? Listen, guys, super shout out to all of you. Much love to all of you that consistently show up and do your thing day in and day out, guys. The stock market and this bear market that I'm referring to in particular, guys, we often have a saying that without the pain, there is no gain. Okay, the bear market brings the pain. All right, when you guys survive this, on the other side of this is what's known as a bull market. Okay, and that is when you will see more positive news cycles, more positive headlines, as well as more positive days in the stock market. Okay, but the market goes in cycles, and so some of those cycles include stocks coming back down in valuation, stocks being brought to life that might have been super inflated due to various reasons. Okay, and so this is just that cycle and that time period that could somewhat feel painful when you're going through it, but guys, when you get out of it and you look back, you're gonna be like, man, this was a small time in history on the journey overall. Okay, so guys, keep it in perspective of the journey that you're on. All right, with that being said, man, today I want to talk to you guys about not only the CPI report that came out, but also what's going on with crypto. Okay, the amount of crypto brokerages that's going bankrupt, man, and the pain that so many of us, once again, the little guy, the retail investors, are feeling because of how much we believed in the things like such as cryptos and stocks and things like that. Okay, and listen, guys, whether we agree, this stuff comes with the territory. That's why you have to be on point in terms of only using and investing money you can afford to lose. Okay, I was watching a video and I got several messages from you guys, and I'm gonna talk about that momentarily, but I was watching a video of a young guy that lost 400K in Voyager. Okay, and he came from like just only putting like 2,000 or 10,000 in it, and you know what I'm saying, he was banking everything on his crypto play. All right, and he talked about the ups and downs of how the stock had went down, but he rolled it out, and he went from 20K to 80K to 80K to 200K to 200K, back down to 100K, from 100K to 400. And his whole journey was actually special, but it also was reflective of the type of volatile nature that not only cryptos go through, but stocks too. Okay, and many of you, for the first time, this may be your first time experiencing these fluctuations in the market. Okay, so for some of us, we are looking at it as a buying opportunity. For some of us, it's a lot of pain to have to endure. All right, you have to determine which side of the spectrum you fall on. Okay, but with that being said, man, I wanted to ask a question. How many of you guys have felt like you wanted to sell, or have you sold it all with all that's been going on? Okay, have you got rid of all your crypto? Have you got rid of all your stocks and said, man, I'm just gonna wait till this market sorts itself out, and then I'm going to get back in when better days are on the horizon? Have that been something you guys considered or partaked in? Or have you been saying, you know what, I do believe this is a buying opportunity of a lifetime. I do believe that I am going to have a chance to really change the trajectory of not only myself, but my family, due to the moves I make right now. Okay, there is no right or wrong because everybody is on a different place of this journey. Okay, that's why I like to say you got to run your race. Okay, where somebody else may be at, you may be in a totally different space in your journey. Okay, and so always understand and keep that perspective. But I got a text message from an individual, and they was talking to me about, Chris, man, I'm frustrated because all I see is red, and then I was banking on crypto to hold me down while stocks was going down, but crypto has came down too. So they felt like, guys, if I'm putting it in context, that they got a double whammy, they received a double blow. Okay, how many of you guys can say that you too have felt that way? All right, and I was like, man, this might be a good thing to talk about with the family today. All right, and so A lot of people had fled to crypto believing that, you know what, this will be a safe haven against inflation. This will be a safe haven when stocks go down, crypto should go up. But crypto has been coming right down with the stocks. Stocks are all down 50% to 90%, and crypto is right down with it. So for those of us that like to invest in those assets, there's nowhere to hide. And so this individual was just like, Chris, man, I'm just at my wit's end with it. I want to sell it all and just start over. Okay. Now you guys already know, man, I'm a huge advocate for not panic selling, not locking in losses. Okay. However, with that same breath, I understand at some point in time, you have to do what you got to do. Okay. So again, guys, it comes to territory. You always got to make the best decisions for you. But with that being said, I'm thinking to myself, you know what I'm saying, not fully having context of anything that was said, but just other than the frustration that I could kind of hear through text that the individual was feeling. Okay. But for me, you know what I'm saying, I'm always thinking about the importance of cutting your losses, especially guys if you're new and beginning investors. Okay, along the journey, we all are learning, and so there's a learning curve. With that learning curve, one of the number one things you want to do in terms of strategy is cut your losses quick so that you can avoid going down 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%. Okay, that's rule number one. Okay, but also with that, guys, you're going to have opportunities where, depending on if something is long-term for you or if something is a short-term play for you, you have different decisions to make based on what they are. So again, you always have to assess, was my crypto investment or was my stock investment, was this originally a long-term play for me before it came down 40, 50, 60%? Or was this always intended to be something I made money with short-term, get in and get out? Always go through those series of questions, guys, on your journey so that you can kind of make a rational decision. Nevertheless, with that being said, the individual that wants to sell just wants to start new. One thing I was encouraged by, it was like, Chris, you know what? Although this is painful, although I'm feeling demoralized, what I do feel is the wealth of knowledge that I have gained, not only listening to myself, but others, that they now feel like with a fresh start, they will do much better moving forward with the moves they make. How many of you guys feel that way on your journey? Okay, how many of you guys feel like through this journey you have learned more, you have gained more knowledge, you gain more understanding, you're watching these videos and you're just learning and soaking all this information that was once not even out there, especially not even for free, and now you have this wealth of information you're getting fed every day where you can kind of see for yourself moves you want to make, stocks you want to invest in, the right way to go about setting up your portfolio, learning options, getting invested in crypto. How many of you guys feel like you too have learned a lot over the last 1 to 2 years just by being in the game every day? Because that is huge, and I was encouraged by that because that's what I get excited about. I know, like, when the market is going up, guys, I know folks ain't really listening. You know what I'm saying? I know that when people are making money, the euphoria is at an all-time high. But I also know that these cycles come with the territory, and more hate gonna come, more negative comments gonna come, more negative sentiment gonna come. So that's the flip side of it when the bear market hit. Okay, and so those with this that's not built for this, those that's not built tough, you know what I'm saying, they crumble under that. But when you've been through it, you know these are the cycles. Now, the way Wall Street gets to it is a whole nother question, because some of the things they do are questionable. Okay, but nevertheless, guys, bear markets and bull markets are part of what goes down in the stock market, and same is true for crypto. Okay, so with that being said, man, look at where you're at. Ask yourself, have you contemplated selling everything and starting over? Let me know if you're keeping it 100. If you have sold everything and you say, Chris, either I'm done with this or I want to start anew with this, but I want to start on firmer footing, okay, with my newfound understanding. I'm curious to know where you guys fall on the spectrum. Guys, there's no right or wrong to this. It's a marathon for a reason. Everybody's different. Everybody's coming from their own place, their own starting point. So I just take everything how it comes, okay? And I meet every individual person I come in contact with where they at. With that being said, I do want to give you guys some lessons. If you are new and or beginner investor, or just in general, if you think you a vet and you think you've been doing this for quite some time, guys, you want to have quality stocks you invest in. And I always share this with you, and I'll never stop sharing this with you. My number one ETF, especially when I was working. Do you have a job? If you have a job, if you're employed, let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, Chris, I work a 9 to 5. Or yes, Chris, I work third shift. Or yes, Chris, I'm into trucking. Yes, Chris, I'm a traveling nurse. Yes, Chris, I work in education. When I was working and before I retired, guys, VTI was my number one investment. And that is what and how I paid myself first. That's the thing, that's the vehicle I was putting $500 every 2 weeks in, okay? And I started this 12 plus years ago, just doing $500 every 2 weeks until I became debt free, and I was able to increase that number. Once I was able to increase that number, I was also able to increase how much my contribution was, let alone with the natural gains it was getting through the asset going up in price, okay? Then it became a competition to me, guys. So I never forget, the first year I did it, I got 13,000 of my own dollars in it, okay? Once I saw my total, this is not even counting what the total amount of my portfolio value was way back in the day. But once I saw what my contribution of, I said, you know what, man, this next year I'm going to try to beat 13,000. And so I was trying to cut costs and try to invest more as much as possible. I made it a competition. I made it something that felt more fun and less arduous. And so then investing became a game. Man, how can I save money? I always tell you guys about cutting my hair or packing a lunch versus going out to lunch every day. And before I know it, man, the next year I topped 13,000. And then guys, eventually I hit 40,000, 44,000. Then guys, at one point I was saving over 70% of my income and getting that in there. And my contribution alone boosted my account value. But then guys, coupled with that, I was having stock appreciation or capital gains, the market going up 10% a year, 12% on a good year, 20 through 2%. You was having those kind of years in between where you're just getting these nice gains, if you will. And then don't add some of my runners in there, my Teslas, my Apples, my Nikes, and some of that other stuff that I bought very, very low just to supplement and go alongside my ETF. So I'm gonna always put that on you guys, because if nothing else, if the game ever gets too complicated, simplify it by investing in VTI, guys. Listen, around here, man, I'm gonna always give you a holistic approach to investing. I'm gonna always talk about the importance of paying down your debt, becoming debt free, building out your emergency fund, doing the things you are supposed to do, and then the investing part comes through, okay? It's deeper than stocks, guys. Across the board, I want to not only see you win, but I want to see you financially be healthy in all that you're doing, okay? So hope this video was helpful. Hope you got some value out of this, just talking about the state of the current market, both in crypto and stocks, and how you may want to kind of go about this on your journey. Remember, guys, it's still the best opportunity of a lifetime. Right now, we're having the greatest transfer of wealth taking place. I want you guys to be on the receiving end so that you guys reap the benefits when this ship turns around, okay? Listen, guys, you already know when they sleep, we eat. When they panic, we pounce. We make videos like this every day. So if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.